and it's the most produced variable geometry wing aircraft in the world, with more than 5,000 units built. The Mikoyan-Gurevich MiG-23 was the first Soviet fighter aircraft with operational missile capability. Beyond visual range, and with a look-down shoot-down type radar, which I will explain later. What is this in the video? This all-weather fighter was designed in the mid-60s by the Mikoyan-Gurevich company in the Soviet Union, and they are still active today, and it's the aircraft that we will see in a new video from Mundo de Aviation's Aeropedia. The origin of this aircraft dates back to the height of the Cold War, when the MiG-21 existed, which was fast and agile, but limited in its operational capabilities due to its primitive radar, short range, and limited weapons load. So it was decided to replace it with a new aircraft that would carry more capable avionics and weapons, including new missiles with beyond visual range capability, as well as carrying double the payload with twice the range of a MiG-21. It had to be able to perform multiple missions, such as air superiority, interception, ground attack, or naval interdiction. In 1965, a prototype with variable geometry wings was created, which flew for the first time on June 10, 1967. 6 flight prototypes were prepared, plus 2 for static testing, to carry out both system and flight tests. Its initial tests revealed some control and stability problems during high-speed maneuvers. Many corrections were then introduced into the design before mass production, and thus it already featured the lines of the model we know today, with 2 large side intakes that allowed for the installation of a large radar. The outer wing sections hydraulically operated from 16 to 72 degrees of sweep, rear swept surfaces, and a complicated retractable landing gear with a rather curious way of folding away. Its production began in 1969. In the 1970s, it was being massively incorporated into the arsenal of the Soviet Union and its allies, until its production ended in 1985 after 5,600 units were manufactured. It is a single-engine design with variable geometry wings. It has a maximum takeoff weight of 15,700 kilograms and a combat range of 1,150 kilometers with internal fuel tanks. Its maximum speed is 2,445 kilometers per hour, and it has 7 hardpoints for carrying, up to 2,000 or 3,000 kilograms depending on the version of armament, and a 23mm cannon with 200 rounds. The main armament for air combat missions consisted of R-23 missiles with a range of 33 kilometers, or R-24 missiles, which became available starting with the MiG-23. MLA with a range of up to 50 kilometers in both radar-guided and infrared-guided versions, and they were medium range. It was also later able to equip the R-60, the first third-generation missile to enter service in the world. The MiG-23 was one of the first Soviet aircraft to feature variable geometry wings. These were hydraulically controlled by small levers located under the throttle in the cockpit. There were 3 main sweep angles that were set by the pilot for different flight levels. Fully extended at 16 degrees, they were used when flying below Mach 0.7 or during takeoff and landing. 45 degrees. They were used for basic combat maneuvers as well as for flying at high speeds or making low-altitude interceptions. 72 degrees are reserved for making high-altitude interceptions at maximum speed. Thank you. The wings were not equipped with ailerons, but they had spoilers to control roll when the wings were at angles of 16 and 45 degrees. In addition to the spoilers, the wings were also equipped with trailing edge flaps. It featured a ventral fin to improve directional stability at high speeds. During takeoff and landing, the fin was designed to fold to the sides whenever the landing gear was extended so that it wouldn't scrape the ground. Due to technical delays in the construction of the electronics, the first units received the limited S-21 radar, which was also installed on the latest production Mikoyan-Gurevich 21s. These aircraft are known as the Mikoyan-Gurevich 23S. Starting with the Mikoyan-Gurevich 23M, the Safir-23 radar was used, which allowed it to detect targets at a distance of up to 55 kilometers and use the R-23R missiles. It was also equipped with a passive infrared seeker, also called infrared search and track, for heat detection of targets with a maximum range of about 30 kilometers. The radar was of the look-down, shoot-down type, which literally translated means to look down and shoot down. This refers to scanning and firing at altitudes lower than where the radar is located, or the ability to track and lock onto targets that are moving below the horizon. From the radar's point of view, this capability is an essential feature of modern airborne military radar systems. The original engine of the Mikoyan-Gurevich 23 was a powerful Tumansky R-29-300, which could generate 12,500 kilograms of thrust, easily powering the fighter. At its maximum speed of 2.4, it had excellent acceleration. The engine was so powerful that the Mikoyan-Gurevich 23 could technically go faster than its allowed maximum speed, but doing so caused significant structural damage. These aircraft took part in several conflicts, such as in Afghanistan, Yemen, Syria, the Iran-Iraq War, Libya, Egypt, and between Ethiopia and Eritrea, the Kargil War, and in the Cuban intervention in Angola in 1987. In fact, the only Latin American country that had this aircraft was Cuba, which had acquired 24 units of the Mikoyan-Gurevich 23. It had been exported to more than 35 countries, most of them from the Warsaw Pact, and today it remains active in some countries. Until a new video, my name is Marcos and this is the Aeropedia of the world of aviation.